All right, guys, direct mail, it is not dead. It's not dead at all. We have had clients with amazing success with direct mail when used properly. It is a great tool in your tool belt, but like all marketing efforts, if you are not using that tool properly, it can be a huge waste of time and money. So today, I'm gonna be sharing with you my top secrets and tips to effectively using direct mail to get new patients, to get RSVPs for events, and to really be known before you are needed. But before I dive into that, I'm interested to know in the comment box, tell me, what is your current level of expertise or experience with direct mail? Do you do it? And you're just looking to optimize and level up your investment and your conversion rates? Are you considering using it, or have you never done it in the past? Let me know in the comment box what your experience with direct mail is. That will help me out. Okay, so what I'm actually going to be sharing with you today is really not secret, but so few people know about these resources that I'm going to be sharing with you. And they truly can save you thousands of dollars every single year in your marketing efforts. And more importantly, get you more patients to schedule, get you more patients to attend your events. And because too oftentimes I run into people that either don't use direct mail or they use it in a very expensive way because they just don't know any better. And so then at the end of the day, they're not happy with their results and their return on investment. So they quit using this great tool. So, okay, here goes. What the most important thing that you can do to basically be able to do direct mail at a fraction of the cost is called EDDM. And that stands for every door direct mail. And you want to do this through the United States Postal Service, okay, USPS. Now, be careful, because if you Google every door direct mail, you are going to get people that are knocking off the United States Postal Service's programs and basically charging you an additional fee for them to do it for you. Now, some of those companies are great. I'm not knocking them, but truly to do direct mail at a fraction of the cost, you do not need to use those other companies, okay? And what is so great about every door direct mail is that instead of paying 51 cents per piece of mail that you send, right, the cost of a stamp, you're actually only going to be paying 20 cents. So less than 50% of the cost, right? And so that is huge savings when you are, sending out mail to thousands of people, even hundreds of people, is going to save you a lot of money. So I want to share with you what the process is for EDDM. So the very first thing, obviously, is you're going to design your postcard. Now, you can use a Canva to do it. Is a really great, inexpensive way of doing it. And you want to make sure, like, some best practices to get your direct mail piece or your postcard to convert is these three key things. So number one is you want to evoke an emotion, right? Which is either helping them to overcome a challenge or a pain point, get rid of wrinkles, reduce fat, right? Build muscle, tighten skin, evoke an emotion that is moving them away from pain or getting them to that reward, right? The second thing is most of the time, what's going to work the best for you is specific treatments or products at a price. It kind of follows the same general line of best practices for print advertising is product or service at a price. is going to give you the highest conversion. If you use direct mail as like general branding or education, number one, it's very hard to track attribution. But this particular medium is not the best for building a brand. So when you're using direct mail pieces, it's great for events and announcing new services or products at a price. So keep that in mind. The next thing is you want to stand out. So think of, you want to stay within your brand design, right? You don't want to send a hot pink postcard if that's not in your brand design. But what I'm saying is that be conscious of what you would be attracted to as a consumer or as a patient, and design or think of your direct mail piece and take that into consideration, right? Because I don't know about you, but I at this point in my life am annoyed by mail, right? And so if you want me to even spend more than a couple seconds with it and not just toss it, then you need to, one, it needs to stand out. It needs to have a value of what I want or need or looking for. And so keep those three things in mind. Evoke emotion, right? Product or service at a price, and then try to stand out. Try to stand out. Maybe that's amazing before and after pictures. Maybe that's a color design, beautiful women, or great before and after pictures. So think of how you can stand out. The next thing is that you're going to have to print them, right? And so this is where it can also get very costly. It's one thing to, send out the postage, right? But it's another thing to get them printed. And if you are sending a ton of direct mail pieces, like tens of thousands, then leasing a commercial printer is likely the best way to go. But you got to do quite a bit of volume for that to make sense. And so I'll link up in my notes of my preferred vendor, which is PepStep Promotions. PepStep Promos, pepstep.promo is where you can find them. And they have preferred pricing for diamond referrals or diamond clients, and they'll do 1 free hour of design work when you tell them that Diamond sent you. They are amazing. Just to give you, they are like the perfect mix of quality and affordability with the most amazing customer service. We did a trade show a couple of months ago, and we did not order enough of the postcards and flyers that we were sending out. And so we had to run to FedEx and do just a little bit more prints. And guys, it cost 3 times as much for that small little print job with FedEx of when we did our entire large order for the conference through PepStep Promotions, and they handled the design and printed it and shipped it to us. Like, they were just so amazing. So you'll want to check out them as well, because printing can get very expensive, and they're very knowledgeable to keep you in line, again, of balancing quality with affordability and what you are trying to achieve. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to place your order through USPS, right? And they're going to provide you with packing slips and all the details that you need. This is another example of a great system that you would need to put in place with your in-house marketing director to facilitate this for you. So a little bit of systematizing this work, but this is not something that a business owner should be doing. You can totally delegate this off and get amazing results with it. They'll drop it off at the post office, and then basically what they're going to do based on the routes that you choose, that mail carrier is going to put your postcard in every single mailbox on the route. Now, some of you may say, well, Caitlin, not everyone is my target audience, right? But what I would tell you is that this particular tool is better to work off of volume, right, than paying the additional fees to do, to buy targeted lists, to pay the full price of 51 cents a stamp versus 20. So in my opinion, while in some cases there's a market to say that it's worth the additional investment, when we've tested it and done it at scale, you get a greater return on investment when you are using direct mail in bulk at the end of the day. So my final tip for you is that you want to not just try this once and then decide if direct mail is for you. You really need to test it, measure your results, have specific call to actions, right? That's trackable, so you can have trackable phone numbers on there, trackable offers specifically, or codes on there. Track it, measure your success, right? And then test and repeat. You don't just try this once or twice. You really have to commit to testing out what's going to work for you. I'm a strong believer in this. This can absolutely be successful for growing your business and another tool in your tool belt to get patients on your schedule, but you can't just do it once and done. You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again. You have to follow best practices, having call to actions. Product or service at a price, evoke emotion, stand out. When you follow all of these principles, not only are you going to convert your direct mail pieces, but you're going to be able to do it affordably. Because if you go to some of these other print and design companies, you're going to be paying a pretty penny and may not potentially get the return on investment you are looking for. So I want you to get great conversions, but I want you to be able to do it affordably as well, because this is not something that's going to replace other legs of your marketing. It really should be in addition to. Now, and some important notes here is that you can't just pick and choose, right, in specific neighborhoods. You have to cover entire carrier routes. So that's the caveat on that one. But again, you're dealing in volume here, right? And that's what makes the bulk rate totally worth it. So if you comment direct mail, comment direct mail, we'll be sure to send you our links that will take you straight to the post office every door direct mail link that gives you all the guidelines. And again, don't make the mistake of just designing before going and looking at all of the dimensions and parameters. Make sure that you go to every door direct mail first if you're making this yourself. And then if you use our great vendor PepStep, you just tell them what you're doing, and then they can give you those parameters and work with those. Because they are, again, PepStep Promotions is our favorite, not only print, but swag vendor. Tell them Diamond sent you, give them the promo code Diamond, and they'll give you 1 free hour of design with your order. Okay, so truly these tips I shared with you today, they can be game changer to help you do direct mail affordably while not sacrificing conversion at the end of the day. So use every door direct mail through the United States Post Office Service, and happy mailing to you. Hey Jen, hey Lookshop, Afterglow, thanks for joining me. Hey Jessica, you're not currently doing direct mail. I would encourage you to take a look at it, right? Especially with weight loss season just around the corner. I think that you have an amazing weight loss program that could, if you implement this strategy specifically for your weight loss and or hormone problem, I think that could be killer for you guys. All right, so if there isn't any questions, then we can hop off. I'll stay on if anyone has any questions for me. But if you loved this training, make sure that you share it with your team or another med spa that could benefit. You can catch the replay live on my YouTube channel, or you can catch me every week, same time, same place. Find me on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. Thanks for joining me, guys, every single Wednesday. Bye.